The polls are now open for Iowans to cast their votes in this year's primaries. This officially kicks off the 2024 election season. Local 5, we are on your side with all of the information you need before you cast your vote. So with me now is Megan McPherson joining us live to break down one of the most competitive races right here in Des Moines. Megan, you've been following this all morning. Lots of info here.
Yeah, absolutely. That's exactly right, Shanu. The primary plays a pivotal role in delegating which candidates will appear on the November 5th ballot for presidential, legislative, and local races. One key race to watch today is Iowa House District 34, currently held by longtime State Representative Akayo Abdul-Samad. It's a crowded playing field as 4 Democrats are vying to be Samad's successor and land their name on November's ballot. So let's break down who those candidates are and what they stand for. Rob Johnson, John R. Campbell Jr., Sami El-Baroudi, and Dudley Muhammad are all running for the Democratic Party nomination. All come from different backgrounds and do not currently work in state politics. Johnson is a Des Moines-based pastor who hopes to focus on putting people over politics, while Campbell Jr. is a fierce advocate for reproductive freedom.
Iowa is not in a good space when it comes to mental health, and we have to figure out how to make sure that we address that issue so that we can continue to address things like economics, small businesses.
This candidacy, this primary is all about choice. Choice of who your candidate is. Choice what women do with their bodies.
Challenging those two are fellow Democrats Sami El-Baroudi and Dudley Muhammad. Baroudi is a proud public school teacher here in Des Moines, looking to bring an educator's perspective into the State House. Muhammad, on the other hand, is a veteran focused on fighting for some of his personal passions.
Our educational ability to teach kids, to engage kids, has been degraded by the governor. So I am running to try to bring an educator's voice into the House to fight for our kids' communities.
Veterans Affairs, I'm very passionate about. Education, I'm very passionate about. And then this mental health thing we got going on, I'm passionate about that too.
Iowa House District 34 encompasses several Des Moines neighborhoods like Drake, Riverbend, and Prospect Park. Whoever wins today's primary will run against the sole Republican in the race, Danielle Duggan. A friendly reminder that polls are now open until 8 p.m., so stay with Local 5 throughout the day for all of your primary election coverage. Chanu.
All right, thank you, Megan. Following that, Republicans look to add to their majority at the State House. That includes House District 41, which covers parts of Ankeny. Democrat Molly Buck holds that seat right now. 2 Republican candidates are eyeing her position. Local 5's Dana Searles caught up with Ryan Weldon, a former Ankeny school board president who hopes to utilize that experience in the legislature.
Tell me just about why you think maybe it's time for a party change in this seat.
I'll sum it up in one statement. I don't think that Ankeny is being represented right now at the State House. And so I want to be a representative that can listen to all the people in our district, Democrat, Independent, Libertarian, Republican. Obviously, I'm a Republican, so I lean a certain way, but that doesn't mean that we can't sit across the table and have a discussion so that I can actually go back to the State House and have a conversation with all the stakeholders in the building. And then,
just a final pitch for Ankeny residents. How would you plan to advocate for them?
Well, I think it's really important to know the people that you work with. Because especially at the legislature, there's a lot of different people working on a lot of different bills. And so to really understand the landscape and have relationships with the stakeholders, to at least have a professional relationship of mutual respect and understanding so that we know that we're both logical, rational human beings just trying to do the best for Iowa.
There's also a Republican primary fight for U.S. House District 1 in Washington, D.C. David Pouch is making a run for the seat, while Representative Marionette Miller Meeks is seeking re-election. Pouch describes himself as a conservative constitutional Republican. He voiced interest in making abortion across the board illegal at a federal level.
Whatever it takes to implement the obvious. It shouldn't even be an issue. Our forefathers would have absolutely been shocked. They'd be rolling in their graves right now to think that there's even a question whether you want to protect life in the womb.
And we have reached out to Miller Meeks, but she has not gotten back to us regarding this. Later in the show, we also hear from some of the other candidates running in today's primary. If you have any questions about the voting process, we have an article on our website, weareiowa.com. You could also text VOTE to 515-457-1026.